Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Mythical Monster Mash. I'm your host, Alistair Graves, the lush with the lashes, the knight in shining glamour, evil love child of Morticia Adams and Liberace, and I am here today to bring to you a very, very special occasion. Tonight, we celebrate the macabre, the grotesque, the kind of wet and slimy, all of the most delightful aspects of mythology. Yes, that's right, the monsters. And I've never met a monster that I didn't like. Now, you all are all here in a very strange and unusual time, because typically I'm standing on a stage. I am 3/4 of the way to plastered, and we're just getting started with a curtain opening. But now you see I'm here in the comforts of my boudoir. Strange, isn't it? Yes, I know. However, you're there in the comforts of what I'm assuming is no pants, curled up on a couch, ready for a bedtime story. And boy, am I excited that this is the thing that you've chosen to tuck yourselves in with, or untuck yourselves with. Really, that's none of my business. What is my business is guiding you through our journey this evening into historic and terrifying monsters, and I am glad you've chosen me. Before we get started, there are of course a few simple guidelines. Normally, this would be the part where I would tell you to drink to your heart's content. And the best part is, you're at home now, which means that you can drink, and I can't judge you. Not that I ever would. There's to you. Yes, this quarantine has been a strange thing, hasn't it, friends? I believe so. You know, if I'm being honest, I've been in kind of a bad place throughout this whole social isolation. Tampa, Florida. What a horrible place to be stuck in. Now, the nice thing about coming to you virtually is that even though I'm not near you, I'm always near you. Nope. Still no beats. I'm near you because we're going to be the closest that we can tonight. What that means is a couple of things for you. There's a live chat, and we encourage you, hoop, holler, and cheer in the live chat. Also, we encourage you to do your best to make sure that we burlesque performers get to eat, because furlough is no fun. So, you can always peep down here at the bottom of the screen where you will see our occasional PayPal information and Venmo information and direct deposit information. Maybe not that last one. Anyway, you can reach deep into your hearts and deeper into your wallets and tip to your heart's content. Because I look like an ASPCA commercial. You can hear Sarah McLachlan now. And then some man in a suit would come out and remind you that for just $1 a month, you too can feed a starving transvestite. Now I think it's time to get started with our show, the Mythical Monster Mash, brought to you by Purple Nightshade Productions along with Burlesque Backstage. I'm so excited you've chosen to join us. Now, get yourself a drink, put on or take off your pants, pull up a blanket up over your face, and make sure that you're ready for some scary bedtime stories. Don't worry, they're scary, but they're sexy and fun too. And with the magic of virtual showcase, my quick changes have never been quicker. All throughout history, all throughout mythology, we have celebrated the heroes, we've reviled the villains, we have praised the gods and the goddesses. But what we have never done is celebrated the monsters. And that, darlings, is what tonight is all about. So I am thoroughly excited to bring to you our very first performance of the evening. From St. Augustine, Florida, raised in haunted houses and drenched in fake blood, this toxic temptress is no stranger to the world of creepy. Tonight, this saucy siren of the sea is ready to shed her disguise and remind you that everything's better down where it's wetter, darlings, luring you to your watery grave, your favorite poison, Cara Monoxide.
a sex fiend. I met her in a hotel lobby, masturbating with a magazine. She said, I'd just like to waste some time, and I could not resist when I saw little Nikki grind. To her castle, I just couldn't believe my eyes. She had so many devices, everything that a money could buy. She said, sign your name on the dotted line. The lights went out, Nikki started to grind. The castle started spinning, maybe it was my brain. I can't tell you what you did to me, but my body will never be the same. Love will kick your behind, oh, she'll show you no mercy, but she'll show enough, show you how to grind. Next morning, Nikki wasn't there. Looked all over and all I found was a phone number on the stairs. It said, thank you for a funky time. Call me up whenever you wanna cry.
Wasn't that wonderful? I hope you're remembering to show your love in our online chat, and I also hope you're remembering to show your love by tipping your performers. Do you ever just want to scream? You know, just scream out into the void of nothing. You know, it's free. You can just scream. It's not illegal. They can't get you in trouble for it. No one can arrest you for it. You can just scream. Ah! Like that. Isn't that fun? Try it with me. Have a good scream. In light of recent events, I think you've earned it. All together now. Ah! Boy, is that fun. Irish legends speak of enchanting banshees. One is enchanting and lovely. Another, hate-filled. Wails of the banshee means death is to come. This next sultry beauty celebrates the future demise of someone they loathed. The co-champion of the Savannah Sweet Teas Burlesque Reviews 123 Teas Newbie Edition, hailing from Orlando, Florida, this is her third performance with Purple Nightshade Productions. Without any further ado, you wish you could kiss this tush, Lita Von Tusch.
Waiting for the
There's a calling for a night-long dead storm. So if it calls for you, accept the fact it's done. It's done. Coming for the fallen. On the devil's rail.
You know, one of my favorite things to have been doing for the last 8 weeks, or 10 years depending on who you ask, is I've been binge watching all of my favorite TV shows and movies, and a thought struck me. TV shows and movies are just modern mythology. Now, one of my favorite more modern pieces, comparatively speaking, of course, is The Lord of the Rings. You have a dwarf and an elf and several humans running around with a bunch of hobbits making a muck and trying to throw a ring into a volcano. But the best scene of all is the big monster. To talk about that very scene where you shall not pass, please welcome our next performer. She's been performing go-go, burlesque, and fire flow in Florida since 2010. She's graced stages from Jacksonville to Cape Coral and everywhere in between. Along with performing with others, she also runs her own burlesque shows out of Monsurk in Sebring, Florida. This smitten kitten is excited to delve into the high-tech world of burlesque, streaming for the Mythological Monster Mash. With no further ado, make welcome our Balrog, Ktwo LeMew!
What is this new devilry?
A Balrog, a demon of the ancient world. This foe is beyond any of
Sorry. You've caught me topping off my drink. Which reminds me, we haven't discussed this at all because, well, we're not all together at a bar like we usually are. However, whatever you're drinking, whether it's water, wine, whiskey, the blood of 1,000 enemies, the wailing souls of the damned, whatever you're imbibing, I propose a toast. Here's to barbed wire and G-strings. They both protect the property without obstructing the view. Cheers. Now I know what you're thinking. Queen Daddy? Why, we haven't gotten nearly evil enough for a mythological monster mash, and you'd probably be correct. So far we've talked about the sirens that would kill sailors and the screaming, wailing ghosts that would come back to haunt and kill you, but we haven't begun to discover the occult. Next up, let's talk about demonology. And here to discuss it with us is a curvy mix of sexy, silly, and nerdy. She's been shaking dad ass since 2015 and is the co-producer of Cult Status Burlesque and producer of Check Me Out Productions, the 2018 Florida Burly Picks Master of Tassels and Assels, and an international performer. Her booty pop will make your jaw drop. Here to talk about demons, be sure not to miss out on Miss Edith Meowt.
You love her how I move you love her how I touch you, my one. When all is said and done, you will believe God is a woman, and I feel it after midnight, a feeling that you can't fight, my one. It lingers when we're done, you will believe God is a woman. And I can tell that you know I know how I want it. Ain't nobody else can relate. Boy, I like that you ain't afraid. Baby, lay me down and let's pray. I'm telling you the way I like it, how I want it. Yeah. And I can be all that you told me not to be. Yeah. When you try to cover me, I keep on flourishing. Yeah. And he's the only version of the company is A&B. You love her how I move you love her how I touch you, my one. When all is said and done, you will believe God is a woman, and I feel it after midnight, a feeling that you can't fight, my one. It lingers when we're done, you will believe God is a woman.
Oh my God. Stupid boy think that I need him. I go cold like changing seasons. I go red hot like a demon. I go ghost for no damn reason. Stupid boy think that I need him. Stupid boy think that I need him. Season, I'm spicy. How'd you touch too much, too pricey? Heathen, I'm in your psyche. You don't know no one else like me. Whoa. Stupid boy think that I need him. Stupid boy think that I need him. I know you think about me in the shower, Pornhub in your browser, fantasize about the pussy power. Think about me with your hand on your trousers. I'm sweet, then I'm sour. I'm Big Boss Bowser. I know you salivating over me, sir. Nipples through the t-shirt. Told your mommy that you're bringing home a keeper. Knees are getting weaker when you hear me through the speaker. Big wood, cutting off cedar. Stupid boy think that I need him. Stupid boy think that I need him. I go red hot like a demon. I go ghost for no damn reason. Stupid boy think that I need him. 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 I go red hot like a demon. I go ghost for no damn reason. Stupid boy think that I need him.
Stupid, you dumb, you goofy. This pussy juicy. Oh yummy, wanna do me, huh? Nah, boy you could never, cause you're not clever enough. And I got several of dummies that wanna get on me. I don't want you and I don't want your homie, cause both of y'all are suckers, just some dumb-dumbs. I could play you straight about your brain, I'm got crumbs. I don't really need a man, but sometimes I want one though. So I keep Peter Pans on me, I got young hundos. Young money, good.
Stupid boy think that I need him. Stupid boy think that I need him. I go red hot like a demon. I go ghost for no damn reason. Stupid boy think that I need him. 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 I go red hot like a demon. I go ghost for no damn reason. Stupid boy think that I need him. Nothing about you is attracted to me now. Blocking you, avoiding you actively right now. I don't need the dick, I need magic, I need money. Puppy wanna lick, saw me sticky just like honey.
Oh, I had to cool off a little bit, but I'm beginning to run out of quarantine supplies. However, that last number was hotter than hell. And now, our last number before intermission. I'll take this time to remind you, if you want to hoop, holler, and cheer digitally, you can join that live chat, my darlings. And of course, if you really love what you're seeing, you can always tip us digitally too, because Queen Daddy would like to eat tonight. For our last performance of the first act, if you're ready. Are you ready? Wait, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. From all the way in your living rooms, clap for me. Are you ready? Yes? Wonderful. All it took was a 90s burlesque show, a Destiny's Child song, and a shot of tequila to create PhoenixMidnight. She's a member of Mischievous Madam's burlesque troupe in Gainesville, Florida, creator of Ashes Rising Burlesque, and is performed up and down the East Coast. This hot mess of burlesque is sure to leave a smile on your face, a stitch in your side, and possibly a tingle in your pants. Give it up as she performs Bilquis, goddess of fertility and lust, PhoenixMidnight.
Once upon a time, there was a fucking queen. She had it all. The glory, the power. Worshippers eager to give and grateful to receive. Why? Because she had the gift of the gift. The blessing of blessings, hers to bestow. And her place of worship? Well, that was the place to be. That was the goddamn shit.
Oh, here it goes. I feel like fire. I feel like rain. I can take you higher, but you gotta earn it. Woo! I'm lit, don't mess with it. Woo! Stand back, let me do my shit. Woo! I'm lit, don't mess with it. Woo! Hands to the sky. Show me that you're mine. Hands to the sky. Show me that you're mine. And baby, worship me. Worship me. On your knees. Patiently, quietly, faithfully, worship me. Feel that lightning down in my soul. And if you wanna feel the thunder, baby, better let me know. Let me know. Woo! I'm lit, don't mess with it. Woo! Stand back, let me do my shit. Woo! I'm lit, don't mess with it. Woo! Hands to the sky.
worship me. Oh, here it go. Okay. Stop and smell my roses, posies. Appreciate my poses, they know I'm a fanfare like the Star Spangled. Oh, say, can you see my angles? Cause I'm hotter than the stove top. You can put the kettle on, but I'ma make the thing pop. No, I ain't talking about my work, just my work. You can add it all up while I'm beefing up my purse. Hands to the sky. Show me that you're mine. Make me believe it. Hands to the sky. Show me that you're mine. Oh yeah, baby, worship me. Worship me. Get it together. Make it feel good. Patiently, quietly, faithfully, worship me.
My darlings, this has been such a wonderful evening, hasn't it? Oh, it's so good to see all of you. Well, it's so good for all of you to see me. Now, before we do anything else, Queen Daddy has got to go to the little whatever's room. It's 2020. I don't care what bathroom you use. It shouldn't matter. So now is a perfect opportunity for you to go to whichever restroom you need to. Kick your boyfriend out. Invite your girlfriend over. Invite her boyfriend over. Have a great time with the second act, because there is, in fact, a second act. Before we get there, though, we are going to take a brief intermission so we can refill your drinks, use the bathroom. I have to do another magnanimous quick change, and once we're done with that, we'll be back at you with the second act of the Mythological Monster Mash. Stay tuned. Are we clear? Great. No, I don't know. This virtual thing's not so bad. I think it's going pretty well. What do you think? What? No, listen, if they don't have to put on pants to go to their office meetings or to watch the show, then I don't have to put on pants either. No, you know what? No. I'm going to keep drinking and having a great night, and I'm not, but you can't make me. You can't make me. I want to go ahead and take just a moment, my darlings, before we move on with all of the macabre festivities that we've been enjoying all night. And I want to have a kind of a person-to-person conversation for just a moment with you, if you'd permit. Quarantine has been tough, and for damn near 9 weeks now, social isolation has been something that I've been struggling with because it's made me feel very lonely. And I don't do well with being very lonely. And in a real talk situation, I just want to reach out and let you know that if you've had similar feelings, that's okay. But I'm glad you're still here. And I'm glad that you and I have made this day by day, by day by day, I want to tell you that I'm proud of you for making it as far as you have. And I want to tell you that you're absolutely part of what makes this big blue ball we live on so damn beautiful. I know that sometimes it can feel like it's the world versus you. And that's simply not the case. Because as long as I'm here, if nobody else, you're never alone. You'll always have me. And even if it's a Saturday night at 4 in the morning and you just need to talk, you can always reach out to me. It's not a personal plug. It's just the truth. You're not alone as long as I'm here. The other thing that I want to tell you is this. You're valued and you're valid. I'm not going to get political, but what I am going to say is that right now is a tough time to be different. And look at me. If I'm not the poster child for different, I don't know who is. But what I will say is this. Your different is what makes you beautiful. And your beauty is what adds to the magic that is life here on Earth. You are absolutely loved. And you're valued. And the more that they tell you they want you to fit into a little box, check here for. I want you to get louder and browner and gayer and witchier and queerer and stranger. And I want you to celebrate who you are, loud as you possibly can, with each and every breath you take. Don't you ever apologize, and don't you ever change. And if you haven't been told this nearly enough in your life, then please let me. I love you just the way you are. So thank you for being here, because you make it worth me sticking around. And I'm glad to have all of you as my friends and family. So from Alistair Graves to you, I love you. Now let's get on with the show, huh? Welcome back to the second act of the Mythological Monster Mash, the show where we are celebrating all of the monsters throughout mythology. Now I hope that you've gotten all snuggled in and checked under your seats for any monsters that may be lurking, because this second act is sure to put a smile on your face, and Queen Daddy came here to slay, not to play. Now, before we get started, I do want to remind everybody that we have a live chat that you can hoop, holler, and cheer for us digitally with, and also take the time, reach deep into your hearts and deeper into your wallets, and you can tip us. If I haven't said it once and I haven't said it twice, I'll say it a third time. I'm starving. Now moving on to our first act of the second half, if you're ready. Oh, I don't know, my darlings. You'll need to let me know if you're really ready. Do you want it? Do you need it? Okay, I'll provide. The slow burn siren, our next performer, has been flirting with the art of burlesque since her debut in St. Louis, Missouri in 2014. And now, since moving to the Tampa Bay area in 2019, she's been breaking hearts on stages in St. Pete, Florida with her dangerous sensuality. Please make welcome to the stage the snake-haired siren, Taryn Hearts. With this quarantine, I have run out of even my backup supplies. And, well, my darlings, desperate times call for desperate measures. You know, the difference between an alcoholic and a lush is that alcoholics go to meetings and we lushes go to parties. Here's to your health. Cheers. Reminds me of back in the Prohibition. It's nice and acetone-y. Now, we couldn't talk about monsters without talking about our greatest fears. Me, I'm afraid of spiders, which makes this next act very interesting because it's both sexy and horrifying. The kitschy witch of the Southeast hails from Jacksonville and also hails Satan. She is the current co-champion of the 1-2-3 Teas competition hosted by the Savannah Sweet Teas and is looking forward to weaving her tangled web into your hearts with her debut performance here with Purple Nightshade Productions. Let her spin you into submission as we welcome Lilith La'mour.
You could tell me I deserve my sentence, but now I'm free, I won't pay my penance. Your hostility towards me is a score I have to settle. I can feel the rage burning in my veins. Uncaged, I'm going to take the reins. Your throne now begins an age of pain. I'll make your castles fall, this time it's personal. Hate can kill, but I'm a killer, so be still, I'll watch you wither. Don't you underestimate the kind of mess that I can make. If I'm your king, you bow before me. So here's the twist in your sad story. It's time to meet your bitter end, 'cause nothing tastes so sweet as revenge. Betrayed by my own bloodline, I was cast away. Now vengeance is mine. I've come too far to give up on my plan to win our battle. Forgiveness would only mean you won. I find my way to be so much more fun. I think you'll find there's nowhere you can run. They'll look me in the eye and say your last goodbye. Hate can kill, but I'm a killer, so be still, I'll watch you wither. Don't you underestimate the kind of mess that I can make. If I'm your king, you bow before me. So here's the twist in your sad story. It's time to meet your bitter end, 'cause nothing tastes so sweet as revenge. I guess it's not your fault. You only thought my crime. That's not what matters to me. This is a venom of mine. There's still bad blood, there's a bad grudge. I can feel it ruining me. Oh, this hate won't let me see. Might be something better here. Maybe I'm wrong as it appears. Revenge is just so satisfying. But I'm a killer, so be still, I'll watch underestimate the kind of best that I can make. If I'm your king, you bow before me. So here's the twist in your sad story. It's time to meet your bitter end, 'cause nothing tastes so sweet as revenge.
You know, my darlings, some of my favorite myths are the ones that revolve around the holidays. The great big fat man in the red coat who comes down and gives kids presents for Christmas is a wonderful one. But I personally prefer the one where the angry horned demon goat comes down and steals your children who have been naughty. Because that means that all of my elementary school bullies have finally got what's coming to them. You heard me, Nathaniel. Our next performer is here to bring you just that Christmas spirit that we've all been waiting for. This sassy temptress built with all the sinful curves and all the sinful places. Our next performer is a fever you just can't shake. Whether she's bringing that Californian flair or the southern heat, she revels in the neoclassic styles from silks to satin and lace to leather. A traveling performer based in New Orleans, the Lioness of the West captures her audience and holds them right between her teeth. Please make welcome Reina. legends. The story must come to an end, my darlings. And unfortunately, so must the show. But before we go, I have one more performer for you. So be sure to scream, shout, and hoop and holler, digitally of course in our live chat. Now's the last time I'll say it, but don't forget, you can help us survive by tipping if you've loved what we've done. Now our last performance of the evening is coming up, so brace yourselves. She's the troublemaking tease, the co-producer of this deliciously dark and creative show. Voted Best Burlesque by Creative Loafing Tampa Bay in 2018 and 2019. Creator and owner of Exquisite Entertainers. Host of the Talk and Tassels Burlesque podcast. And co-owner of BurlesqueBackstage.com. Whether she is flying through the air, lighting herself ablaze, or being absolutely ridiculous, this afternoon delight is sure to please your eyes and tempt your soul. As a representative of the Dark Fae, please make welcome for our finale, Mayven Missbehavin.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. When the blazing sun is gone, when the nothing shines upon, then you show your little light. Twinkle, twinkle all the night. Then the traveler in the dark thanks you for your little spark.
weekend, my darlings. We've laughed, we've cried, we've screamed because it's not illegal. We've faced our phobias and been mildly sexually attracted to some of them. What a night we've shared together here at the Mythical Monster Mash, put on by Purple Nightshade Productions along with Burlesque Backstage. I want to say thank you for joining us here. I've been your host, Queen Daddy Alistair Graves, and I would like to wish you all wet nightmares. Good night.